Decode Australia. Today is Tuesday, September the 8th, 2020. My name is Tamer.
My name is Shirley.
And we're going to be starting with the pound US analysis.
Okay, so the Great Britain pound inched higher against the US dollar on Tuesday, increasing the price of the pair to more than 1.31, ahead of the US initial jobless claims news. The technical bias remained bullish because the price of the pair marked a higher high in the recent upside move as shown in the chart.
Now the pound US is currently trading around the 1.31164. This pair is likely to come across the following resistance levels. Looking at the chart, you'll find the first resistance at 1.3269, which is the high of September 9 this year. And resistance 2 is the 1.3355, which is the horizontal resistance area. And finally, the third resistance you'll come across is the 1.34 even, a psychological number. Now, on the downside, the price of the cable, and when I say cable, it's a nickname for the pound US. Now, this cable might find the support at the following levels. At support 1 is the 1.3052, which is the confluence of a horizontal support and the lower trendline arm. At support 2 is the 1.3 even psychological number. And finally, you come across the third support at 1.2942, which is the 38.2% Fibonacci level. Now, the technical bias is expected to remain bullish as long as the 1.2942, which is the 38.2% Fibonacci level, if this remains intact.
Okay, let's have a look at the US initial jobless claims news. The Department of Labor in the United States is scheduled to release numbers concerning the US initial jobless claims on September 10, 2020. According to the Economist estimate, the figure for initial jobless claims registered a reading of 846k in September as compared to the reading of 881k in the month before. The initial jobless claim figure reflects the number of claims filed by unemployed people to receive state insurance against unemployment for the first time. The data shows the strength of the US labor market. Generally speaking, a higher than expected number suggests a downward trend for the USD and a bullish market for the pound USD and vice versa.
That's right, Shirley. Look, in conclusion, given the economic outlook for the pair over the last couple of days, buying the pound US around the current levels may yield some good returns. And now we're going to move on to the pound yen analysis.
Okay, let's have a look at the Great Britain pound inched lower against the Japanese yen on Tuesday, decreasing the price of pound yen to less than 140. Ahead of the release of Japan's gross domestic product news, the technical bias remains bullish since the price of pound yen priced a higher low in the recent downwards move.
Now, the pound yen is currently trading around the 139.89 level with an immediate support near the 139.52, which is the 23.6 Fibonacci level. The price of the pair is also likely to find another support around the 139 even, the confluence of the horizontal support and a psychological level, ahead of the 138.29, which is the low of August 24 this year, as you can see in the chart. Now, on the upside, the pound yen may face some hurdles whilst moving upwards, but the price of the pair may hit the first resistance level at the 140.03, which is the upper trendline arm, ahead of another resistance area near the 140.47, which is the low of September 3rd, 2020. And finally, a psychological number may also give the price some tough time whilst moving upwards near the 141 even, as you can see in the chart. The technical bias is expected to remain bullish as long as the 137.56, which is a major support level, remains intact.
Okay, let's have a look at the gross domestic product news. The Cabinet Office Japan is all set to release numbers concerning the Japanese gross domestic product news in a while. According to the Economist forecast, the GDP figure registered the reading of negative 8.1% the quarter as compared to the reading of negative 7.8% in the quarter before. The GDP figure reflects the worth of goods and services being produced in Japan over a specific period. The number shows the economic health of the country, reflecting the pace at which the country's financial conditions expands or contracts. Generally speaking, a higher reading is seen as bullish for the Japanese yen, suggesting a downward trend for pound yen and vice versa.
Now, in conclusion, for the pound yen, considering the overall economic outlook for the pair over a short period, buying the pound yen around the current levels may be a reasonable move. But remember, when trading, trade with your head, not your heart, and only trade with what you can afford to lose. And at all times, apply strict money and risk management. Until tomorrow, thanks for watching. See you next time.
See you next time.